HiFi here with the KEF R11. I love this speaker. It's awesome. I think it's gorgeous looking. I think it sounds fantastic, and I love the upgrades KEF has made to the new R series. When I first heard the reference 1, I really kind of felt like, hey, that's my sound, that's my speaker. And you know, the reference series is pretty pricey, so I was really pleased when I first heard these, and I've heard a lot of that technology being brought down into this series. Just some little things like the shadow flare here is part of what gave the reference a lot of the little more forward detail that they had. And the magnets in the drivers are relatively similar to the reference series. The dynamics that I hear in these speakers are a lot of fun. I mean, these speakers are big on dynamics. If you love Latin jazz, say like Pancho Sanchez, Besame Mama, that's a fun track. Tons of percussion instruments, and the detail on those percussion instruments with this speaker is immense. Definitely recommend that if you audition these, that's one of the songs that you use to check these out. During our listening or reviewing process, we played this speaker on the Parasound Halo Integrated 6, the Hint 6. We spent quite a bit of time with the Krell K300i, the new Krell integrated, as well as the Roxanne K3 amp, which is a fun little dynamic amp. We wanted to use several amps to kind of make sure that we were getting the speaker characteristic and not attributing any characteristics of an amp to the speaker. And what I could tell you is that the new R series as a whole is a lot more forward, has a lot more detail. The speakers from top to bottom, from the R3, the R5, 7, and 11. It used to be that the R500 was the superstar of the series. It was the most accurate, and the 700 and the 900 were a little tubby. And they've really changed that in this next generation. I gotta say that all of these are extremely tight and fast, great bass response, really accurate. The whole R series is gonna be a hit. I don't think there's going to be a standout in the towers, although if there is, it's probably going to be the R11, because these things just look stately. They look like beasts, and they are. I love the finish on these. On the black, they go for the monochromatic. Everything all black, and on this, the rose gold with this walnut, I think is pretty striking. And this is the first time that I'm not like a grills guy. I don't like grills on speakers, but this is the first time where I thought, the grill actually kind of looks pretty good. And so at the same time that I get some pretty curious customers that touch the drivers and put dimples in them, I've been kind of stubborn and kept grills off, but these look great on there, and I figure, I could save myself some dough by protecting the drivers, not letting people have such good access to them. I know the UniQ array is irresistible. You can't help but to want to touch it, even as an adult. So I just decided, for the most part, as these are here at the store, we're going to keep these grills on. And I haven't done a lot of looking into the grills, but I know KEF has put a lot of design thought into these grills, and there's some acoustic attributes that these help out with. And so I will be getting back to you on a future date on that. But we spent most of our listening time grills off, and as these speakers are switched out or just not being played, we put the grills on. Gosh, I gotta say, I can't imagine a better value at 5,000 and under. I think that a lot of manufacturers are going to have a hard time competing with this speaker that are putting product out in that 4,000 to 5,000. This is such a standout that if you're looking for anything even resembling the sound that these put out, I kind of think KEF's going to be the heavyweight on this, and they've been putting out a ton of great products. I mean, KEF has been around for 50 years, and they've been on a run for the last several years, putting out just hit after hit. And the new R series is going to be a hit, and the R11 is going to be a big. But don't take my word for it. Come to Olson's HiFi and listen to these for yourself.